The Eastern Conference crown could be claimed here as we welcome you to Game 6 of the East Finals on EA Sports. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Boston Celtics. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They're in the driver's seat, leading 3 games to 2, with a chance to close things out here at home.
And Ed, it just feels like them being at home in their own building, they know. This is the night they need to take care of business. This is their best shot. They don't want to face a Game 7 on the road, so I think it has to happen tonight if it happens at all.
Add 2 more points. The defense had them, but the good shooters find a way.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Another follow, stays out. Horford. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Shot won't go. The follow won't go either. The follow won't go either. To Jaylen Brown. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Add 2 points to the board.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
To Embiid. Al Horford pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Marcus Smart. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And a pass stolen by Boston.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Danny Green has a chance. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
Pick that chin up. This is a game of runs. They were on one. Now you might be on one.
To Horford. To Marcus Smart. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Brown into the front court. 8-2 our score. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Green with a shot, no good. To Horford. Nice pass to set things up. Goes reverse to lay it in.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Brown with it up top. 10-2 the score. Knocked loose. Jaylen Brown sends it away.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game. Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Tobias Harris with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Beyond the arc for 3. His first effort off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Nice pass to set things up. James Harden missed his first. That one goes.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
To Parker. Joel Embiid tips it. That's his third block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Now, I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Jaylen Brown. Tobias Harris rejects it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Joel Embiid, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Joel Embiid. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
To Horford. Taken by the Sixers. Harris. To Harden. Rebound taken by Parker. To Jaylen Brown. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's a chance from long range. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
For three, Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Danny Green. To Harden. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Short jumper stays out.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Horford to Marcus Smart. Tobias Harris swats it. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. New blood coming in for both sides. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. 4-3. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Driving right to the basket. No good. To Millsap. Cruises inside for 2.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Embiid. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Horford. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Philadelphia with the basketball. Harden. Joel Embiid. He's 3 for 7.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Tatum shot misses. From long range. Well defended. To Cantor. Gets it in the right corner. And scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Embiid to Millsap. Harden. Now that's a contest. Horford to Cantor. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Al Horford with the block. Ooh, 5 now. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Seconds is the call. to Jaylen Brown. Won't go. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Celtics have it. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Jordan.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Done. Here comes the screen. To Cantor. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Harden. That's how you defend. 19-footer at the buzzer. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up. 1 quarter in the books here in Game 6. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Embiid, good for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Marcus Smart slams it down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Runner here, won't go down. To Parker. With the interception.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Danny Green, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Five seconds to shoot. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Danny Green. Fires the 3. Not getting the bounce. Another shot won't go either. Boston with the basketball. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Millsap from the outside, no good. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Old school equals high percentage.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Cantor. Rejected.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Cantor. He's denied.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Horford to Jaylen Brown. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. Shot from the lane won't go to Jaylen Brown. Trying to cash in, cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Harden, great defense.
Hey bro, I used to watch you when I was younger. I am 1'8 now. I think it was NHL 1-7 last time I was
Just
here.
erasing mistakes left and right.
No, I missed a short one there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Chris Dunn. And it's Cantor above the rim. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
To the basket is Harden, but his shot's no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To Cantor. Deep left corner. To Horford. Cantor with a shot that won't fall.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
To Chris Dunn. Cantor. And it's Cantor. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Harden. Fires the 3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Danny Green snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Chris Dunn. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Chris Dunn has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. Oops, he missed the first
Emoji
one.
Japanese symbol for beginner. Emoji 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 Japanese skipping the rest. emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese skipping the rest, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, 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 emoji Japanese symbol skipping the rest. Emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese skipping the rest. Emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese skipping the rest. Emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji warning, emoji warning, emoji warning. Emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, 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 skipping the rest. Emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, emoji Japanese skipping the rest. Emoji Japanese symbol for beginner, 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 emoji Japanese symbol for beginner. Emoji pig face, emoji pig face, emoji pig face, emoji pig face. Emoji pig face, emoji pig face, emoji pig face, emoji pig face. Emoji chicken, 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 emoji chicken. Emoji chicken, 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 emoji penguin, emoji penguin, emoji penguin, emoji penguin.
Gonna let him go coast to coast like that?
To Danny Green, beyond the arc for three. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Danny Green is going to get 3 shots here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw.
Nipcher.
And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip. To Cantor. Boston with 4 to shoot. To Horford.
Nipcher.
Here's a chance from long range. He'll beat you time and time again. It's Horford with
Emoji
the 3.
bear, emoji world, emoji bear, emoji bear, emoji polar bear, emoji frog.
Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Danny Green for 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Parker with it. His team leads it by 10. To Jaylen Brown. Goes to the right side. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. There it is. Al Horford. He's 3 for 7.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first All-Star free agent to
MOG
choose
Japanese
Boston
symbol
in
for beginner.
decades. And let me
MOG
tell you
Japanese
this,
symbol
the
for
legacy of
beginner.
greatness
MOG
runs deep in the
Japanese
family.
symbol for
His
beginner.
father, Tito
MOG
Horford,
Japanese
was the
symbol
first
for
Dominican
beginner.
basketball
MOG
player to ever
Japanese
play in the
symbol
league,
for
which
beginner.
goes to show you
MOG
why Al
Japanese
has such a
symbol for
great feel
beginner.
for the game.
MOG Japanese skipping the rest. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. 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 MOG Japanese skipping the rest. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. 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 MOG Japanese symbol skipping the rest. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. MOG Japanese symbol skipping the rest. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. 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 MOG Japanese symbol skipping the rest. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. MOG Japanese skipping the rest. MOG Japanese symbol for beginner. 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 MOG monkey face. 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 MOG monkey face, MOG monkey face, MOG monkey face, MOG chicken, MOG chicken, MOG chicken, MOG chicken.
Has a look. Embiid shot off the mark. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Changes coming from both sides right now. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Embiid to Danny Green. Harden knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Horford to Cantor. Here comes the screen. Jordan to Embiid. Count the bucket for two.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Celtics have it. Horford to Cantor. Has a chance. Horford shot no good. The follow won't go either. DeAndre Jordan rejects it. Make that 7.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Joel Embiid. To Jaylen Brown. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
For 3, and he buries it. Jay, upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
So, Game 6 now at the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Celtics have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The 76ers are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Blocks.
Very physical basketball in the first half from these squads. Lots of block shots and some great defensive intensity.
Player of the half.
Marcus Smart has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here we go with the top plays from the Celtics are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The 76ers are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Blocks.
Let's get to the point. We all know that first half of basketball was all about the block shots. Plays like that are all about timing and effort, as you can see in these highlights. There's some great athleticism being shown off as well.
Player of the half.
Marcus Smart has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Celtics will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Harden to Tobias Harris. From long range, Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
To Horford. Got a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Tatum. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Jason Tatum sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Parker. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Marcus Smart. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And he finishes at the rim.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick the poison.
Lays it up and in.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Parker into the front court. Leads 5. To Marcus Smart. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Danny Green fires the three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Can't connect on the first free throw. And he hits the second. Brown with it up top. Leads 3. To Horford. Nothing going here on that drive. Horford. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Jason blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Horford. Fires the 3. Can't go down. smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Horford. Parker to Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
It goes down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Al Horford with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Slams it down.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Horford. To Parker. Tatum. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Jaylen Brown able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Harden trying to take it to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Spins and scores.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
James Harden trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Whoops, that won't go. To Jaylen Brown. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Jason Tatum. Huge block. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Jabari Parker. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Slams it down.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Jaylen Brown pins it. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Harden. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Horford to Marcus Smart. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep two there, won't go. Harden in possession. The deficit now up to 13. Whoa, what a finish. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Here comes the screen. Horford. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. Time for some new personnel into the game. Knocked loose. Boston with 4 to shoot to Cantor. Trying to cash in, and it's Cantor. Now 4 for 9.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Parker with it. The advantage is 13 points. Sixers have the basketball. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Chris Dunn. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Sixers have it. To Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Horford. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Al Horford at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Count it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Horford. And counted at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Shot from the lane won't go. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Sixers control. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
And his canter above the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Danny Green to Harden. For three. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Here comes the screen. Horford. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot by Tatum won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Celtics have it to Horford. Probing the defense to Marcus Smart. Deep right corner. Baseline drive.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. He gets it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Horford. Done. Almost. Unlucky bounce.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Deep three at the buzzer. The quarter's concluded. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing that.
Danny Green snatching it out of the air. 8 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Hey, lock up.
To Horford. To Parker. Jabari Parker. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
to Jaylen Brown. Screen coming. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two. Jaylen Brown, couple of free throws on the way. A career 65% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Driving is Harden, but he can't get it to go down. Another follow, still no good. The follow won't go either. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Jason Tatum sends it away. Boston with the basketball.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Take stock of the floor. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. And a pass stolen by Boston. Joel Embiid with a piece. 9 blocks.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
To Parker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Good offense rules the day in this matchup. It's Jabari Parker with the jumper.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Harden lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Parker. Deep left corner. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Danny Green. To Tobias Harris. 4-3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. It's a second. One more coming. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Dunn to Horford. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. James Harden tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Count the basket inside.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Horford. Rebound taken by the Sixers. To Embiid. Jason Tatum rejects it. Brown into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Horford. Has a look. Shot by Tatum won't fall. To Embiid. Has a chance. Shot by Embiid won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Well, you can't do that.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
To Chris Dunn. Parker. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Jaylen Brown trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Brown's free throw, good. And the Celtics add one more to their lead.
Come on, D. Come on, D. I got him. Here we go.
Embiid to Tobias Harris from long range. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here, shooting 80% in this contest. Nope, first one does not go.
One time. Here we go.
Second of 3 is good. Ball's controlled by Boston. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Surveys the floor. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Fires the 3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Horford to Parker. And the 2 for Al Horford getting to the rim.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. Fires the 3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. Oh, emphatic slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Taken by the Sixers. To Embiid. Big finish at the rim.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Horford. Now a steal by Philly. To Embiid. It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. Substitution being made in this one. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. Tobias Harris is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 75% so far tonight. First try, no good. And he misses the second.
Got this.
Boy, bad performance at the line. 0 for 3. Parker into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Horford to Jaylen Brown. Gets it in the right corner. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jaylen Brown at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Nice finish at the rim.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
To Horford. Beyond the arc for 3. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. To Tobias Harris. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Tobias Harris trying to cash in on a 3-point play. He's shooting 54% so far. Can't convert the free throw. Dunn to Parker. Sixers able to clear the rebound. Jaylen Brown sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Jaylen Brown. Parker. To Horford. Hart with the basketball. His guys down big. Easy path to the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Celtics have it. To Cantor. Probing the defense. To Danny Green. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Danny Green has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Horford to Chris Dunn. Short jumper off the mark. To Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Horford. Parker. To Brown. Down low. It was right there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Ferocious slam inside. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Screen coming. Horford goes to the left side. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Parker to Cantor. Joel Embiid swats it. Been a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night. To Danny Green. Not that time. Cantor to Jaylen Brown. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Horford's shot won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
It's a victory here for the Celtics. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference, on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The 76ers just couldn't close this one out. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
is cold.
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.